All right. Hi, friends. Today is your last day of Miss Berry sending you virtual lessons, and I will be back at school tomorrow. Okay. So today we're going to review our anchor chart that we've been using again one more time. And then I want you guys to actually make your own anchor chart like this one to keep in your folder. Okay. So you're going to get a piece of blank paper, and I want you to try to write it just like you see it on the screen. Okay. I want you to copy everything all the way down because you're going to keep it in your folder in your book box to always go back to it so you can remember what you are supposed to be doing when you're doing all the things you're supposed to be including in your writing time. Okay, so let's review our anchor chart one more time. All right, these are the 5 things we need to make sure our writing has. Number 1, make sure we use capital letters. So the beginning of the sentence, somebody's name, and our favorite easy peasy lemon squeezy sight word I always is capital always. Then the other letters, you need to use the lowercase letters. So we have to remember when to use an uppercase letter and when to use a lowercase letter. Okay. Number 2 is punctuation. We know how to use the period, when to use the question mark, and when to use the exclamation mark. Every single sentence you write has to have one of these at the end of them, okay? Number 3, use our finger spaces. Number 4, our sounds match the words. So when we're stretching out our words, we're writing down every single sound that we hear. That's why we stretch it out many times so that we can hear each sound in the word. And number 5, it makes sense. So we're writing 2 and 3 sentences by now. You guys are writing stories and you're drawing pictures to go with them. So all of your sentences in one story need to be about the same idea, and your picture needs to match the words. So if your words are about dogs, we need to make our pictures about dogs, and all the sentences need to be about dogs. We're not going to have stories that have one sentence with a dog and one sentence with the playground, okay? Unless maybe the dog was going to the playground, but you guys know what I mean. Our stories always make sense, okay? So now I'm going to show you my paper for just a little bit, um, and you guys are going to be able to make your own anchor chart, okay? So first you can watch me make my anchor chart, and then you guys will have your chance, all right? So I'm just copying down what we saw on the other anchor chart. That means I'm writing the same exact thing. So on the first anchor chart, number 1 was capital letters. We had like the capital A, the capital B, and the capital C. We want to remember to use our capital letters. Okay. Remember, you're copying it down. So I'm going to look back at our anchor chart again, and I'm writing exactly what they say. I just wrote number 1, capital letters. Now I'm going to do number 2, punctuation. Okay. Number 2 is punctuation. And our punctuation marks that we use are a period, question mark, exclamation mark. Okay. All right. Number 3 was use finger spaces. Okay. Use finger spaces. And then they drew the little hand so you can remember. Oof. Remember, Miss Berry is not a good artist and not a good drawer, but I try my best. So that's all you have to do. All you can do is try your best, okay? So try to draw a little hand, like when you're using your finger spaces. Try to draw your hand, okay? All right. Then you guys are going to look back at the chart and write number 4 and number 5. Our sounds match our words. I think these are ears to remember that our sound matches the words. And number 5, it makes sense. So in our brain. Okay. So you're going to leave the anchor chart up on the board and you guys copy it down, write it exactly like this, and then keep it in your folder, okay? And tomorrow, when I come back to work, to school, we're going to be using them, okay? All right.